Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for being here with us. We will talk today about the acquisition of Portuguese citizenship for descendants of Sephardic Jews and the regime, the law requirements. We will. My name is Sara Ferreira de Oliveira. I'm here with my colleague Sara Carneiro. We both work on the immigration department of Cado Guerreiro. I would like to start with a brief presentation of the firm so you can get to know us a little bit better. We are a multi-jurisdictional law firm. We are on the top 10 of the Portuguese law firms. And we have vast experience in providing legal services at both national and international levels, working with both private and corporate clients, and assisting them in all the areas concerning the Portuguese jurisdiction. We have the Immigration and Real Estate Department where we work. We also have a huge tax department, corporate and M&A, litigation and arbitration, family law, life sciences law, so we can cover all areas and solve our clients' issues. In the immigration department, we are currently 14 bilingual lawyers. All of us speak both Portuguese and English. Then we can also cover Spanish, French, Italian, German, Polish, Russian, and Mandarin languages. We work 7 days per week at any time to assist our clients because we understand that international clients have different working hours. And we have very much experience in dealing with all the immigration and programs, and also the citizenship applications. Our main office is here in Lisbon. We also have offices in Oporto and in Faro, internationally connections with the Portuguese-speaking countries, one permanent lawyer based in Beijing, and another representative office in La Valletta in Malta. Over the years, we have been awarded and recognized for our work in different areas of the law. These are some of the latest prizes we have won. I will leave you now with my colleague Sara Carneiro to discuss the legal framework of the regime.
Hello. So as Sara said, I'll talk to you about the legal framework. These two laws, one in 2013 and the other one in 2015, are two laws of positive discrimination or an affirmation action that the Portuguese government decided to facilitate the Portuguese citizenship for Sephardic Jews descendants of Portuguese. Portuguese Sephardic Jews. And now I'm going to tell you the legal requirements to access this regime. The first one is being of age in Portugal is to have 18 or more years old, or being emancipated under the Portuguese law, for instance, being married. The second one is not having been convicted of a crime punishable under the Portuguese law with the imprisonment or of 3 years or more. The third one, you have to demonstrate in this application that you belong to a Sephardic community of Portuguese origin. This part is very important because the Sephardic community is considered for Spanish people, but our law is mandatory to be descendant of Portuguese Sephardic Jews. The necessary documents for this application um, to be submitted in the Central Registry Office in Portugal are a power of attorney, the application form, a birth certificate, a copy of your full passport with a list of all countries that you visited, with the dates of entry, of exit, and the reason why you visited those countries. Uh, you have to have a criminal record certificate issued by the competent Portuguese authorities, the authorities of your country of birth too, and the country of nationality, and each country where you lived for more than 3 months. A quick note, sometimes the criminal records doesn't mention the expiry date, and the Central Registry Office will consider it, the document valid for 3 months. There is a mistake in the presentation, but you should consider the 3 months instead of 6 months. Then you have to have a certificate issued by a Jewish community legally based in Portugal. In Portugal, there are two, one in Porto and the other one in Lisbon. And basically, they will confirm and certificate that you belong to a Sephardic community of Portuguese origin. You have to prove that by authenticated documents issued by the Jewish community of the applicant, stating that you use Portuguese expressions during the Jewish rites, or stating that you talk Ladino. Ladino is the traditional language that Sephardic Jews used to talk. The second requirement is you have to have authenticated records of documents from, for instance, Jewish synagogues or cemeteries, titles of residence, property titles, wills, and other evidence that prove that connection with the Jewish Portuguese Sephardic community. The costs of the process are you have to pay to the Portuguese state to 250 euros, and even if the request is rejected, it's not refundable. After the approval, you have to issue like a birth certificate in the Portuguese Civil Registry Office with the new entry to acquire the Portuguese nationality. It will be necessary to apply for the Portuguese documents, Portuguese identity card, Portuguese passport. You have to apply for it in Portugal or in a Portuguese embassy in your country. Then you have to collect the biometrical data, and after that, after you have all these procedures concluded, you have the possibility to apply for the citizenship under the general law for your spouse or your descendants. And now Sarah will explain the procedure for obtaining a certificate.
Sorry, I was in mute. As my colleague stated, one of the requirements to apply to the Civil Registry Office for the citizenship application is a certificate issued from a Portuguese Jewish community, so the Israeli community of Lisbon or Oporto, that will state that the applicant is a descendant of Sephardic Jews of Portuguese origin. How to get this document? So the process today is done online through their website, and then later on you may post all the documents previously delivered. The requirements are for the applicant to be Jewish in the light of Allah, to be Sephardic or descendant of Sephardic or of Portuguese origin, and in order to comply with this, to apply for this certificate, the applicants must deliver the copy of passport, the birth certificate, proof of residence, the proof of the payment of the service fee to the Israeli community, which are 500 euros non-refundable, and all the supporting evidence regarding the origins. And this is the most difficult part of the process, of course, because they must prove that they are direct or collateral descendants of Portuguese of Portuguese Sephardic Jews. The evidence can be demonstrated and provided as a combination of circumstantial evidence. For instance, the place where the applicant currently lives is one of the locations to where historically the Jews have moved once they escaped from Portugal. That they still speak the Ladino, the Jewish language of the Sephardic Jews. Or, of course, direct evidence of all the generations, so birth certificates, marriage certificates, death certificates that attests the descendants from generation to generation. Also, lists and records of Jewish celebrations like the Bar Mitzvah or the Brit Milah, the governmental files showing arrivals, the lists of ships that in the past have the passengers' information, testimonial proof, written or oral proofs that the family still complies with the Sephardic traditionals, expert evidence, including opinions of experts in Jewish diaspora in Portugal, DNA studies, certificates issued by the Sephardic local authorities. So all these documents together shall be delivered to the Israeli communities in order for them to be able to issue the certificate, that it's one of the mandatory elements to afterwards submit the citizenship application. The Israeli community of Lisbon or Oporto can always request additional evidence throughout the process. Once the applicant has a certificate together with all the documents that my colleague has previously explained, we'll be able to submit the process at the Central Registry Office, which can take around 1 year, 1.5 years to be fully approved. Just a final note, an explanation notice regarding the applicants under Jewish law that have already been approved and that have obtained the Portuguese nationality, over 23,000. And there are many other pending processes still running. We will, you have here our contacts. Of course, you can address us specific questions by email. We will just let a little bit of space for you to present your current questions or doubts that may have been that may arise from our presentation. And please just insert the questions in the chat so we can address them. So I have here a message from Sophia. Who is asking if the procedure applies for people with Sephardic Spanish ancestors. The Portuguese law is very clear regarding the Portuguese origin of the Sephardic ancestors. Okay, we have sometimes, especially near to the border, there are Spanish ancestors that may also have Portuguese links, families, and connections. So it will be important to verify if this is the case. And of course, the final decision in order to prove these links will be made by the Israeli community of Lisbon or Oporto. And therefore, if you are not sure if the Spanish ancestor also have Portuguese origins, you should apply to the Portuguese, to the Israeli community, and see whether the certificate will be issued or not. So Jacqueline is asking, is it possible to keep also French nationality with Portuguese? According to the Portuguese law, it is possible to have double nationality. You should verify this with the French authorities, but I assume yes, because I have other clients that are both French and Portuguese, so it will not be an issue to have the two nationalities. Just to clarify something regarding our services, so we provide both services, okay, with separate fees. So the first one will be to accompany the client and make all the submission, documents analysis, and the follow-ups with the Israeli community. If the client has a certificate, it's proved with a success, then with a separate fee, we will take care of the citizenship application. If the client is not accepted, he will not pay for the full services of the Portuguese citizenship application, because he will not proceed with the process. Mr. Jose is asking, what is the current time for application to approval at central registry? It can, now with the pandemic situation, usually it was around 1 year, 1.5 years. Now we are experiencing a little bit more of the delay that we thought it was going to be overcome, but with the possibility of new lockdowns, it is very difficult to answer this question, but I would say around 1.5 years at least. And just for you to have an idea, in the first trimester of 2021, the Central Registry Office have approved 1,040 citizenship applications, not only regarding the Sephardic program, but also the other programs. And therefore, you can have an idea of the volume of applications they are dealing with every day. We will, Jacqueline, we will send you an email, okay, with our engagement letter regarding the fees for the two separate steps of the process, so you can have an idea. The fees, just to clarify, the fees we have addressed here, so the 2,050 are paid directly to the Central Registry Office, and the 500 euros are paid directly to the Israeli community or Lisbon or Oporto. We are a law firm, so we do not offer genealogy services in Portugal, but we may recommend some contacts that provide this kind of service in Portugal, yes. I think someone is writing. For the others, we remain at your entire disposal by email, and we'll be happy to address specific questions or to discuss specific cases if that would be of help. As per Mr. John's question, if a certification from a genealogy office will be enough to get a certification from the Jewish community, as per our experience, it may not be enough because it's just a circumstantial evidence. So it may be combined with other kinds of evidence, such as a declaration from the local Sephardic Jewish community that may attest that you are a Jew and that you are a Sephardic Jew. That may be able to help, but that's a difficult question for me because, of course, it will not be up to us. But according to our experience, it will not be sufficient. We will, Mr. Jose, we will forward the information about the historical and genealogist persons that we know of course, the contact. If there are no other queries, we thank you again for your time and to watch this webinar. We remain at your entire disposal, and we hope everyone a very nice day.